Hi guys, welcome to the show. This is a Youth of Light program. In today's program, we are talking about the impact of social media to the youth. Like, what are the positive impacts of social media to the youth? What are the negative impacts of social media to the youth? And are the positive impacts more or the negative impacts? In today's show, we're going to analyze all these aspects and see where we stand as youth and the use of social media. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome to the show. And please don't forget to subscribe and like it.
Thank you guys and welcome back to our channel. This is the Youth of Light program that comes to you live every Saturday at 5 p.m. We are loving your feedback, guys. We are loving your opinions. And today we come to you with a good topic that concerns everyone and all of you. So in my panel today, I only have one person, Chris, not new to you on the show. And actually, the two of us are going to discuss about the impact of social media on the youth currently. So we want to look at all platforms of social media, Facebook, IG, Twitter, whatever, all of those platforms and how they impact the youth in general. Because according to the statistics, a normal youth averagely uses 2 hours minimum per day just browsing in social media, checking what has been posted, how many likes they've got, and how other people are faring on. So from that, I want to pose now my first question on the effects, because we want to look at the effects of social media, how generally, in a general definition, how social media has impacted on the youth currently, be it negatively or positively.
Well, I can say first, social media is one of the I can call it leverage or a savior for the youth today. Actually, yeah, a savior for the youth today, because if you take social media off the youths, they will end up depressed, they will end up committing suicide, they will end up doing the worst things ever in this
Unataka
world.
kumaanisha like someone said ati akinyang'anywa simu atakuwa amekufa kesho?
Hiyo nayo ni ukweli. Okay, the reason being ni ile you find that so many things are affecting the youth today. So much stress, so much things out there, they are depressing them. But mtu akiingia kwa social media anaona tu like WhatsApp ni nini, hizo ma status venye anajipata tu ameisha peke yake. So at the end of the day, this person comes back to themselves. Anaona, yes, even though this situation ni ngumu kwangu, but kuna kitu ameona pale ikamfurahisha, ikarudisha those emotions aziko venye zilikuwa. You get it?
So are we trying to comfort ourselves? Are we like trying to comfort ourselves with just memes? Whatever we see outside here, tukicheka hivyo ndivyo tunajaribu kujirudisha.
Exactly.
Is the world that much stressed out? Like, are we that much stretched in a way that we are all just full of depression?
I can say that for the sake of most of the people, yes. Because most of them find that like this is not a time when we used to have people like you have something that gives you more comfort out there. Mtu na huko ma stress zake za sijui kupendana, stress zingine za family, stress za nini, you find that at the end of the day they cling on the phones. Sometimes that person can go through some stories and they are like, oh, if this person went through this, why not me? I can also make it. They are the motivational, testimonies. There are some motivational quotes, some motivational things that, that help people in the social media platforms. So at the end of the day, I can say yes, social media has really helped and it really helps.
It
Two,
has really helped and really helps.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't forget, it's also a source of employment. There are so many people out there who are making a lot of money from social media.
How?
From these subscriptions, from the social media subscriptions and likes and whatever, there are those who use those platforms. There are those who use them for marketing. You see, there are those who also use them for marketing. So at the end of the day, it's also a tool that has contributed to a lot of employment opportunities. It has
income
really
generating
so many
platforms.
Yeah.
I understand when you talk about that because there are really people who survive on that. Videos on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and they actually
TikTok, whatever.
TikTok, Bizkit, YouTube, everywhere. So they survive on that.
Yeah.
But then
by then zinasaidia kwa mtihani. Okay, the next marks. Okay. Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
No. It doesn't.
Okay.
Like, how does it?
Really now?
Itasaidia kwa mtihani aje?
My friend.
You know sisi tunakuanga waaminifu.
Unajua vizuri notes zilitumwa WhatsApp. Hiyo PDF iko hapo. Na umelemewa next time. Next time. Lakini uanguke mtihani na iko hapo. Kuna mchezo.
My viewer, don't try that at home. Don't.
Please.
So don't.
Never try this at home. Usianguke mtihani na iko kwa WhatsApp. Uko na mchezo.
So
success is extra mile.
When we talk about extra mile, we mean hard work. No.
Yes, hard work.
We can't encourage anyone to just say,
wanafikiria kuibia ni kitu rahisi.
No. We need hard work, like real work.
Yes,
we can't
you need
lie.
To be courageous, you need to be strong, you need to be,
Just continue with the good words, but it cannot happen. We are not lying at any particular point.
Mtihani
na iko WhatsApp.
Guy, imagine utaambia watu nini? Okay, utasema kwa nini ndio
for you, why should you even in the first hauna reason kwanza first ya kufail? You don't have any reason to fail. You cannot fail. Kwa nini hukusoma before?
Why were they not sent via WhatsApp?
So that you can revise before the exam comes.
The lecturer sent them there purposely akijua vizuri. Akijua vizuri kikiumana. Unajua that's hiyo ni kurefer, si kuibia.
No, there's nothing called hata ukibatiza. Now we are not baptizing anything. But away from that, umesifu social media, by the way. Those are very much positive impacts about social media. So I want us to look at the negative side because, okay, looking at the statistics, social media and the youth, more of it is the negative impacts on the on the side of the youth, because that's where you're getting a lot of depression. You will find suicidal thoughts there, peer pressure, comparison, low self-esteem. Like a lot of negative effects are just getting associated with social media and the youth nowadays, because some of the people will only get 20 bob to get some bundles to subscribe. And when they just sit down and watch memes and laugh around and don't do anything. So at the end of the day, crime.
Okay. When we're talking about the negative side, I will start with one that I'm very sure even you won't allow me to say it. Social media and...
Just go ahead.
And I will not call it Christianity. I will call it being born again and the spiritual life. You find that sometimes when somebody is born again, they should know that they have a limit. I'm not saying that salvation gives you a limitation, but you should know the extent to which you expose yourself.
Explain further.
Kuna memes unaweza tuma kama umeokoka na kuna vitu zingine ufai. Naelewa. So
kuna ile balance
through social media mpaka the born again have crossed the path. So unaweza sema in one way or the other, social media is contributing to most of
like
backsliding and whatever. Number one, that is on the side of the born again. Christians.
Just to touch a bit on that before uende kwa next point. Kwa hivyo mimi sasa vile nimeokoka hivi nafaa kutuma nini social media?
Actually, number 2, social media, another negative impact. Social media has brought a lot of theft. Okay, spiritual theft.
Why?
Kinaeleweka? Whereby people are stealing.
Stealing what?
Stealing what? Now wamekuwa maconmen because of social media. Because if ukiangalia the rise, the increase, ama the rise in these
prophets,
pastors and the prophets and whatever, it may increase sana with increase in the use of social media. So kila mtu is like nakuombea nakuombea bla 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 kidogo mtu ashanyang'anywa. Unaona? Like they are using social media to advertise themselves. So at the end of the day you find that con men are rising through the Christianity whatever, but by use of the social media. Wanatumia hiyo kulua watu into that. Unaona? Then we have also the cult. People are lured into cult because of social media.
I actually saw something, am I supposed to mention it on this show? But anyway, I'm not supposed, some form of cult. People just being told, join this group if you want money. Actually, they are even inboxing people about the same. I think everyone has just got that.
Yes, and some of those things, they don't really work. But when you inbox that person, when you get into that person, that's when now there comes the thing I hate most that you people usually use, the peer pressure.
No, actually, that was a negative effect I was just coming to about it, because there's no way you will see me in a beach, Chris na tunashindanga hapa pamoja uache ukose kusikia vibaya. Like si utaona tu vile mimi nime advance na wewe kazi ya kama si hiyo nyumba yenyewe ni confused, hakuna kitu kingine.
Guys, one thing I'm telling you for free, social media life is a lie. That push life you see is a lie. Umepiga picha na hapa alafu una Photoshop unaweka kwa gari alafu unaanza kujifanya ati ndo maisha unakaa.
In fact, nafaa
kuwa a lie. It's a lie.
How do we convince people that? Because a lot of if you talk about youth, a lot of them are just getting wasted by the thought of that. Wacha nikuonyeshe ile restaurant tumeenda na unajua nitaitaga hapo, and you know how expensive that restaurant is. By the moment you are seeing hiyo restaurant na zile vitu nimesaviwa hapo, ile utasikia manze hata wewe yes. Utakuwa touched like why can't I make it up to there?
No,
mimi kama yes.
That comes into the negative side of the social media too, whereby you find that we are praising the bad things more than the good things, because I'm an innocent high school student. Lakini high school tunafaa kuita innocent kweli?
Innocent. No. High school innocent. Wewe endelea na hiyo statement.
I withdraw innocent.
High school innocent student.
An high school student. Withdraw innocent by the way. High school student anakuja napata ni mmepost pale na mizinga zenu. Unaona? Then they'll be like, if this the kind of life these people are living. Unajua mnapost mizinga, then you mnaweka effects zinakaa even tu na shine, wanaona yenye life.
Alafu you see lights, lights zenye zinacheza huko tu.
Yes. Na hizo lights hata haziko hapo, zimewekwa kuna kamera. Hata zimewekwa na kamera.
Ziko, you know we know these places.
Kwanza usinikumbushe hiyo mzinga mmenunua na kuchangiana watu 20. So at the end of the day you find that this young person mtaanza kumpea zilingine hakuwa nayo, atataka ku get into these things. At the end of the day mtu ana get into these drugs and everything because alikuwa anatamani hiyo life.
That's
it was a lie.
That's
it wasn't
the
real
pressure thing now. Okay.
No, it wasn't real.
So when it comes, we will still give them the remedies to that, how we can use social media for our own good. And then let's come back to the suicidal thoughts. a lot of teenagers, a lot of young women and men are harboring suicidal thoughts just due to social media. Some of them are just getting dumped over social media. Others wanaanikwa hapo, like ushaitusiwa muliachana usiku and then mse vile mulikuwa mmeposti zile picha mingi zenu hapo mkiwa huko kwote, anakuja hapo anasema vile sahi. Si unaonanga hata kama watu wana pull stands hata kwa IG sana wana unfollow each other na ina trend over everywhere. So unaona, so someone feels so disturbed, like hawezi vumilia to such an extent mpaka anaanza kuona the only best way ni kujiua.
So when it comes to issue to do with suicides and social media, number one, suicide and social media will happen 90% because of those who not love. Okay, when you're na moyo wa kupenda anyway. Okay, like those who are emotionally,
100% attached to each other.
Whose EQ is too high, like whereby you find that ukiachwa tu kadogo, you are done. Like you treasure that relationship so much. No. You put the heart first, the brain to come later. But I can still say this, in any relationship, yes, it's good to to make things clear. Utangaze msimamo, watu wajue yes yenyewe.
At least tunafaa kuweka social media actually. So unakubali hiyo tuweke Facebook na kila pale tunatumia.
Yes, you are like Chris is dating so and so.
Good.
Hiyo ni doto.
Married.
Utangoja sana.
Yes.
No. One thing that I never do is post my social life kwa social media. Like,
are you antisocial? Are you antisocial?
It's not a matter of antisocial. Josa mtaachana. Na mkiachana, I will pull all those things down. Okay, mlikuwa mnafanya nini huko?
My viewer, hiyo ni hate speech amwachani. So
tafadhali sikiza nikwambie kitu moja. I'll not talk about wenye mmekana pete. Hiyo tutaongelea baadaye.
For wenye hawajawekana pete.
Wenye hawajawekana pete kwanza. Kwanza to high school na high scholars and Cambo. Okay, mwanafunzi. One thing they should know. That's not the end. Another person will still come. Hiyo lazima ishe. Okay, it's a step. Hiyo ni kama page ya kwanza.
You can't assure people that their thing will end. Like, okay, you're not really supposed to just discourage anyone it will end.
Okay, watu wako high school. Tuongee tu kweli. Sikataisha tu. Okay, yako kataisha tu. Alafu you find that wamepostiana IG, FB, sijui wapi.
But then msee anaendanga anazitoa baadaye after mmeachana, si ndio?
Lakini mimi nilisave kwa simu yangu. Utatoa aje hiyo?
Ile ya kusave kwa simu sasa ni mbaya. Like okay, I mean ninaweza pull out from my platform, like my user, my profile, nina pull out whatever we had done.
Tena isitoshe, hata nilikuwa nimetuma WhatsApp, nilikuwa na WhatsApp GB by the way, hata venye ulidelete kwangu kudeletika.
How awkward.
So at the end of the day you find that some of these social things media, we bring them to ourselves by kuweka moyo mbele na akili nyuma. The mind should start. Akili mbele, moyo ukujange baadaye. Trust me. Viewers.
My viewer.
Free advice from an experienced person. From an experienced person, free advice. Please, when it comes to love issues, make sure that the brain carries 60%. No, I'm sorry, 70%. And then the heart carries 30%. By doing so, you'll realize that some of these things za social media, before uposti huko, ukuje kuregret baadaye, utafanya hivyo. Utafikiria, you'll be like, na kitu nikiweka, na kesho tuachane, itakuwa aje? Then you'll not run into posting that. Naona? Lakini kama mko married, okay, sitaingilia department haki. So now bado. So sitaingilia department. I really don't know about marriage and whatever. But for those in love, tafadhali, hii upendo tu ya hapa na pale, just know one thing. If you are not sure, please avoid frustration.
Okay.
Number 2, there is the aspect of nudes. Okay, I've seen this thing really affect so many people.
Utaki tutume ama unataka aje?
Josiah ameona kasichana kadogo pale. Siku moja ya pili ya tatu mmetumiana, unaweza siku kwanza mmetumiana message na kupenda siku ya tatu now mmeanza, you have started arousing each other. So at the end of the day you request nudes from this young girl. Zikufikia you are like, nilikuwa naitisha nini? Then all of a sudden then you are like, it may not be that day, but with time you post, you whatever you send them. Our friends would see those things, or whatever people see those things. Alafu, you go to an extent of tagging that person. So it's like umemo-expose kabisa. Umemo-expose to completely. You see these things. Like, you know, mtu ame-expose mpaka chat, screenshots of everything.
Kilimani.
So at the end of the day, oh my God, you send your past or whatever. You are mental? Oh my God. Whatever. So at the end of the day, you'll realize that definitely kata commit suicide. Reason being, get exposed.
Embarrassment ile beyond.
Get exposed, anajua atafanya nini. These things you cannot pull them down. My friends wameona, mabesti wameona, kila mtu ameona. Anajua sasa maisha yake ni ya nini.
This is bad. Alafu, there is still this effect that nowadays youth have, do I call them, have become antisocial. Like, watu wamezoea tu masimu. Like, for example, it's me. So the only thing I would do, mimi ninajua, like, for example, I'm a gentleman. Of course, mimi ni gentleman, see, like. So, ninajua, whatever we are doing, the only thing right now I can do, for example, ninataka kuongelesha dem. It's very easy for me to kuenda messenger, and then I tap, hi, how are you, ABCD, and then WhatsApp, and every other stupid stuff on text. Lakini when it comes to now the real deal, that person won't even face you directly. That's one. Apple. Then there is another one. These kids wamezoea tu kushika simu, and they are like what do we call kindergarten songs, blah 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 blah. They can only watch that. Hata kwa table, even if they hata wakigrow wako tu wakubwa, but they are very antisocial. Hawajui kuinteract na watu like mabeste. Sasa tukienda out, kuna vile tunafaa tu kubehave, kuna stories tunafaa kuchapa. Those guys do not have any stories. The only thing they are used to ni hizo masimu. They have all over social media platforms.
So you're talking about somebody being shy. Like they are shy.
Wamezoea tu social media. Ako fine na simu, lakini hayuko fine normally. Interacting with other people one-on-one hakuna.
Now, that one, actually, I think right now, naweza sema, actually, wengi, most of the people are turning that way, are tending towards that direction. Hata wenye ulikuwa unapata mtu wako very much courageous kuface watu, kuface crowd, hawezi. The reason being, lakini anaweza sema anything via the phone.
Akirekodiwa tu kwa video tu.
Ama kwa video, but on one-on-one, face-to-face, hawezi. That person is kind of shared. It's kind of shy, that is. I'm sorry. Kind of shy.
And then I tend to think that is, we can call that addiction, and it's still a negative side of Nini. It's still a negative side of social media, especially when it comes to the impact on youth.
That's more of addiction to the phones.
The phones and the social media too. I'm sorry for saying sure. That is social media.
If that person has an account with, let's say, TikTok, IG, or whatever, those nonsense, what an amount na anajieka huko.
Lakini when it comes to the real people, basi one on one hayuko, huyu msee hayuko, ako 0 tu. So there is this other thing, my viewers, and I want you also to comment on it. Are we defining ourselves as youths in terms of the social currency? By social currency, I mean when I post a picture on IG, Facebook, or Twitter, and get just 2 likes, do I measure my worth with that? Or the number of comments that I get there? For example, I've just posted something and I just don't get any comment whatsoever. Then there is the aspect of sharing. My pic hasn't been shared by anyone on social media. So has it come to a time when we are measuring ourselves depending on the social currency? So Chris, what do you think? Post picture Facebook, is that what defines whether you are handsome or not?
Like I said, okay, tunaweza skip your word umetumia hiyo. Si tunaweza skip your part. Skip your part, ndio. Okay, whatever. To skip your part. I'm just kidding. So still I'll come back to the same thing I talked about when it comes to love. You see, we have got into bed with social media, and we have married social media to an extent that anything that social media does to us to affect so much hata kuliko the real life. Mtu atapigwa sana na social media kuliko real life. Matusi kwa social media itamuma sana kuliko yenye umempea.
Enter into depression kabisa just sababu aliambiwa jo nayo hiyo tro sababu na what happened.
The only thing I can say is that people should avoid this aspect of pleasing other people. I always say, don't do anything to please anyone, and don't you think that anybody out there cares about you. But it's now, you versus the world.
Chris, niko hapa, you see, ninapenda tu hivyo, like mimi niweke picha haijapata likes bwana, alafu mtu kutoka na huko. Now can you imagine now me pulling down my pics simply because it hasn't been commented, liked or shared? So that means generally nowadays tuna depend on here. That is what defines how we are or who we are in reality. We are letting social media now define what we can or cannot do.
That's what I'm saying, that in as long as we are on social media, and as soon as social media has become like it's the core,
like a part of us,
to the life of our youth, I can say we should go to some extent to weka boundaries. To this extent, my phone isn't everything, because unapata watu wengine kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni, that person is online, you're like bado na post mavitu tu. Wewe unafanya kazi saa ngapi? Okay, like when do you work?
Hakuna productivity.
There's no
so
productivity.
they are taking much of their time
that person is
to just post things things day in, day out.
Completely addicted. We have marriages that have been broken because of social media. Bwana yeye hata asalimiangi bibi, hata juu bibi anakaaje. Bibi hata juu bwana anakaaje. Why? Because mtu anafika kile mtu ako wako simu.
By the way, and I'm wondering, another thing that comes up with social media and youths, there is, I don't know whether you are updated with the issue of sex chat.
What about it?
How generally it has still wasted a lot of youths, like
now sex chat leads to the posting of and the sending of the nudes,
and then that's still wasting our people outside here.
That's now a negative.
So tunawafanyia nini?
One, to the morals, and two, it's becoming a problem, really.
It's
a big
norm, sababu hata
problem.
Mtoto wangu akijifungia kwa nyumba au akijifungia kwa room,
unajua vizuri ana sex chat.
No, not really. No, not really, but there is a high probability if they are conversant with social media, tuseme ni mkubwa kiasi, that is what they are doing. It's even popping up in some stupid adverts when you go to Google, and then it's like, hey, let's sex chat. So wow. Inapata watoto hadi unasikia katoto kitu kanakwambia kako class 8 and yes,
class 8
we are sex chatting.
Class 8 unajua siku hizi CBC wanafundishwa kuchat, so
CBC maneno
CBC wanafundishwa kuchat, so you find that kato kama mwanafunzi si mwanafunzi katoto kama unajua brain yake iko sharp, unaona ana catch vitu haraka, so kukram namba mwalimu one touch, so akiona kwa simu mamake anajua vizuri, usini teacher kidogo 1 2 3 4 hey teacher it's J, oh my god, then we're like kimeanza na hivi, by the time kanafika class 4 5 6
bas
wanachat ile ya ukweli sasa, ile real now the real chat starts. High school hiyo sitaongea. Okay, those are mature people.
Are you sure?
No. Now, okay, actually I think hata serikali inafaa kupunguza hii issue ya over 18.
When we talk about maturity, you can say high school kids are mature.
The government should reduce this over 18 thing. Irudishe hapa. In as long as ako form 1, hiyo ni adult.
Wapewe ID wakitoka class 8.
Yes.
Because, okay, generally social media has its positive impacts and negative impacts, but whatever you do with it determines what you get out of it. And let's look at the remedies. How can someone just use social media to make something good out of it?
Okay. One thing I can say is that don't let social media, don't let your phone or your computer, don't let it be it's like you are God. Don't let it be your heart. Learn how to survive without these things. Because I know it addicts somebody. You can get addicted to an extent. Bila kuangalia simu ama ikizima, hiyo siku you are dead. Like umelala, uko
you 100% disoriented.
Huko. Actually hii dunia yenye tuko huko. No. 2, trend on social media when you are very careful. Be cautious. Whatever you do via social media, media never forgets.
Social media.
Media never forgets. One day you will be that big person, or one day you're gonna need something, but a post that you posted years ago, it will haunt you.
Whatever siku hizi hata inaletanga memory, actually inakupopianga memory 8 years ago, this is what you posted, and you are like
and that's what I'm telling you, even pulling down those posts is not a guarantee.
Can they retain them? If I pull them down, I can really pull them down, sindio?
Like
si hata YouTube tunapulling out videos na hazipatikani. Unless waende kwa server ya YouTube, watawaipata wapi?
No, you see that's a lie. We are living in a certain generation. I'll not go into details, but that's a lie. Nothing gets deleted from social media. So in whatever that you do, trend with caution. Social media or media never forgets. Whatever you post there, whatever picture you send to that person, be sure. Think twice. Think thrice. Whatever you write, think twice. Think thrice before you do that. Because that thing will haunt you. And please, let your phone or your media account, whatever, is it Instagram, Telegram, and all the other grams, make sure it does not define you. Like, it's not si chakula.
Okay.
Yeah, make it something you can survive without.
So practically, do you think it's possible for me to survive without social media? For example,
It can depend on your job. It can depend on your job. There are some people
perhaps
whose job is purely social media. I understand them. There are people whose line of work, it's a camouflage in social media. Like, mtu na social media hawezi
huwezi wa separation. But then I'm talking about wachana na hawa watu work social media, because hata sisi tunafanya social media, don't we?
Okay.
But then I want ule mse wa kawaida, like, will I stay for a whole month without nini kuangalia nini nitapost Facebook?
That's not what I said. I just said, like, don't make it your daily bread. Ikuwa like bila kupost, ikuwa like bila hiyo will survive. Yes, you just trade with caution, just trade slowly.
I hear you. And then, my viewer, do you have any negative effect, any negative impact that you've ever experienced with social media? Have you ever had a problem? We have cyberbullying. Have you been a victim before? We need your opinion. Kindly, you can get back to us with that number just on the advert section. WhatsApp only. Don't call, WhatsApp. We will get back to you, of course. We love getting feedback from you. And today that has been it from us. We are the Youth of Light. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and of course hit that notification bell. And of course you will always receive all the videos that we do. We are bringing good content to you, and we are sure you will be blessed. Be a blessing to us and subscribe back. Thank you. That has been it from us.